What is going on, guys? So sorry did not make a video this past week. Started a new job, just a lot. Also, I did take away I did take the first video off my channel. There was a lot of issues I had with it and whatnot, so I wanted to go ahead and redo it. So that's kind of going to be what this was. Just give you a quick background about my riding history and go for a little ride. It's actually been a couple weeks, like I said, started a new job, so that's where I'm at right now. Alright, so I haven't been riding motorcycles very long. I've mainly ridden three-wheelers, four-wheelers, you name it. That said and done, I'll tell you how I started. Hopefully this mic is picking up. I had to actually wait until I got the media mod in order to hook a mic up to the new GoPro Hero 10. My old one was a GoPro Hero 3, so it just, well, I mean, honestly, it sucked. So my first motorcycle I got, if you want to call it a motorcycle, was a 1991 Honda Cub, or a 1990 Honda Cub, I guess. And it's not like the Super Cub that they make now. I'll actually put it up on the screen. It was, yes, this Cub, red, white, and blue. So, sorry, got an itch. So anyway, that was my first motorcycle. I had that for about a year, and then I ended up getting rid of that. Shortly after that, I got a 1985 or 86 ATC 200S three-wheeler. That was, yeah, fun, but it had its moments. It was pull start. It was garbage. Alright, so I had that for a while and I had many issues with it. I learned to work on small engines actually with that three-wheeler, but it was not good at all. So anyway, after that, I ended up selling that and wanted something new because I had a headache with it all the time. So my father helped me. Well, he didn't help me. I mean, he pretty much got it for me. But I got a 1992, and it was new off the showroom floor. 1992 Honda 250X, 4 tracks. And I love that thing. And I had that for years. I ended up running that into the ground. And then I used it to trade in, but I went up to look, and I ended up seeing a jet black 1999 Suzuki Katana 600. So I was like, you know what, I'm getting it. So I got that. It was too much for me. I was 19 or 20 years old when I got that. And it was too much for me. It really was. I'm not afraid to admit it. It just was too much. So, I ended up, I put less than 1,000 miles on it and ended up selling it to my uncle, who ended up crashing it. Like, within the first few days of him having it. So I ended up, you know what, this isn't gonna work for me. I want to go back to four-wheeling, you know. So that's what I did. I was like, you know what, this is it. I'm done making stupid mistakes. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the four-wheeler I've always wanted, the Yamaha Banshee. They had the first year of the Yamaha Raptor 700R with fuel injection, you know, you name it. And at that point, I was like, you know what, do I want the fuss and headache of a two-stroke, or look at this person, they don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I ended up, like I said, getting the Yamaha Raptor, and I love that thing. That was my pride and joy. And you know, at that time I went through a rough marriage, and it's a long story, but I ended up losing the four-wheeler. Let's see, went through the divorce in 2012, 2013. Now, I've always wanted to ride. In fact, when I did get my 1999 Suzuki Katana, I never got my license for it, because back then, you know, all you had to do was, it had to be under 600 cc's and you couldn't carry a passenger. Well, I had a Katana 600, so, but this time I was like, you know what, I need to learn. I've always wanted to have a motorcycle in my life. And that was the other thing, like, I got scared off having that Katana. Both it having too much power for me, and I live in a town of retirees, so yeah, I live in a town of retirees, so, you know, I really, in fact, on this very road, I got some old lady pulled right in front of me, and I almost laid the bike down. I didn't, but I almost did. So, you know, obviously, knock on wood, knock on my head. I've always wanted to get back into biking, and I've always, you know, been scared. Look at, this is that same guy from before. Now he's just gonna turn right in front of traffic too. And this is what I'm talking about. So, you know, I'm married again. I'm remarried, and I got two wonderful kids, a wonderful wife that, you know, has been behind me every step of the way for anything I do. Well, I ended up telling her I've wanted to for years get back into motorcycling, and now's the time, you know. So we started looking, and I found this motorcycle. It's a 2001 Honda Shadow 750. It's the Ace Edition. I do have a video. The last video I did was specifically on the motorcycle. So I found this bike. It started, it ran, but it ran really rough. So I was like, you know, I haven't worked on anything in a while, but nonetheless, I'll give it a shot. So I got it for, I think it was $1,300. And there's no dents or anything in the tank, a couple little tiny scratches here and there, but so I went ahead and we got it. It was about $1,300. I came home. You know, I was gonna check the carbs because that's obviously my first thought. But I got new spark plugs, ran, you know, new wires, got a new fuel filter, checked the air filter. I did all that, and it would run and then foul out the spark plugs. So then I cleaned them and whatnot, put them back in, and it fouled them again. I mean, it would run for 20 minutes total time and then be completely fouling them. So I was like, all right. So I've never actually done carb work, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll call around to a shop. And I found this awesome shop. If you're in Spring Hill or Brooksville, Florida, M&P Cycles out on 50, wonderful. Anyway, I took it to them and they went ahead and, well, I ended up getting the call, and it wasn't. They did not need to clean the carbs. The person before me, they put, I mean, Vance and Hines pipes are on it. That's the only thing on it. But they said that the main jet and the pilot jet, or whatever, were drilled out. Like, the person actually drilled them out instead of getting like a new jet kit. They drilled out the jets. I mean, to me, that's just crazy. Ever since then, I got that taken care of, and she has ran like a top. Yeah, and I'm loving getting back into motorcycling. I don't do it as often as I should, and I always have a reason why. I'm too busy, too tired, you know. I come up with a lot of excuses because, you know, I still have a hard time getting over, you know, that lady pulling in front of me on my Suzuki Katana. But one thing I do have a fear of, and I know I started watching this other guy who, I believe his channel is Me and My Shadow. If you have a chance, check him out. He's a cool dude. And I do like his channel, and it's funny because, you know, his nemesis, as he calls it, is the freeway. And now, I don't live this ride that I'm taking, this is the slowest, the 45 mile per hour, besides the back roads. These are the slowest roads around me. If I want to go on any type of trip, I have to go 55 plus miles per hour on back roads with people tailgating me. I never had a fear then of speed. But, you know, now I do. And I'll tell you, when I get this thing around 55, 60 miles per hour, I don't know if it's because it's a V-twin, but man, the shakiness to it, you know, it really, well, it scares me. I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here, so if you would, please like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. See you.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.